got him, didn't you? Killed the bastard for one night at least. The first report I heard I scarce believed, but by the third or fourth I'd come around. Well done, Goddess.
Thanks, Odd. Though I'd not be surprised if our reports already say he's returned. But I got what I needed for now. And a little bit of payback, I suppose.
Aye, and he'll be sore about it, I expect. But even though we're not there yet, we needed this, I think. You needed this. On to the next phase, then? Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he'd die from that. Works on mortals, though.
I've nothing to report, Odysseus. Not yet.
You look as though you've seen a ghost, if you'll forgive the very antiquated mortal turn of phrase, Goddess. So we'd say to someone looking disconcerted. Things all right?
Yes and no. I saw Kronos out there. I thought he had me, but I broke free from his spell. This was in Oceanus, though I also caught him snooping near the pathways out of Erebus.
Damn it. Our reports said nothing of the sort, but then... some of our shade informants haven't yet returned. We had expected Kronos to stay put in the lowest reaches. You must have caused enough of a stir to catch his notice.
I've hardly been discreet in my approach. Is there truly no other way?
We reckon not. We're counting on him thinking you're inconsequential to his plans. As for our own, I shall go over this with the good witch. Be safe, and cheers for the report. Word has it Eris has been spotted in the depths along your path. Intelligence you likely could have used before. She made your journey worse for you. Apologies, Goddess.
She's trying to stop me, or at least slow me down, and she knows too much about our intentions. What do we do? Children of Nyx are supposed to be on our side.
She doesn't know the half of what we've planned. Besides, her boredom drives her more than anything. Run into her a few more times, she'll soon grow sick of it and go away. Got a most troubling report. A sighting in the pathways on the outskirts of Erebus. Did our eyes out there see true?
If it's Kronos that they saw, then yes. Now at least I know what he looks like. But he knows me in turn. Why do you think he let me go? Have we been compromised?
No one gets into the crossroads whom we don't permit, or can even know we're here. Not even him. So he's sniffing around? Fine. He wastes his time whilst you get closer to your mark. See Charon's latest haul, Goddess? Shipment by the riverside. All yours. And we're watching the rivers, making certain this won't be the last.
Lord Charon risks aiding my efforts in such a direct way. Are we able to compensate him at all?
Aye, with what gold we've gathered recently. He really means to melt down every last one of those Kronos coins we can get our hands on.
Hey, Odysseus. Got you something here I wanted you to have. For always keeping an eye out.
Goddess, your presence alone is all I could ask. Though if you're in a giving mood, then perhaps you'll accept a small gift from me in turn? So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans. We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless. Odysseus, how about alleviating the rigors of all this tactical planning with a visit to the springs?
I really do appreciate the offer, Goddess. Just... I think your headmistress would rather I stay here. You understand, don't you?
Maybe some other time. Why not send Nemesis to the surface in my stead? Even if I undo the ward sealing the path, I don't know that I'll last long up there.
The matter on Olympus isn't as personal for Nemesis as it is for you. And she hasn't been especially receptive to suggestion recently. You found him, Goddess. Your look says it all, along with my reports. Gave him something to remember you by, I reckon, even if the battle didn't go your way.
Kronos was exactly where we expected, but I could not foresee his every technique, and my ability to withstand his magic went only so far.
Well, fortunately for you, the old are often rather slow to learn. You run into him a few more times like that, you'll soon know every trick he's got. Though, do be very careful out there. I heard your efforts to bring Cerberus back to his senses were successful. At least temporarily, Goddess. He bounded off to Tartarus only to be cast out into the fields again.
That's what I gathered, yes. In Tartarus he seeks his master, my father, whom I happened upon bound in chains. Kronos is torturing them, mocking them.
Kronos is using them to get at you, instill in you emotions that compel you to throw caution to the wind. Remember, wars are won and lost in hearts and minds.
Did you not act on your emotions in your mortal days?
A word of caution, Goddess, in regard to an impediment you may confront when finally you reach the far end of the morning fields. Reports suggest it's some sort of infernal beast. A big one. Our shades had to stay very far away.
I can corroborate our Shade's reports, and add that this infernal beast is none other than Cerberus, my father's household pet, acting on instinct and pure rage.
I feared as much, for they said the beast had several fire-spitting maws. I don't suppose he recognized you after all this time and let you pass? How's life have laid down at the bottom of the sea? All sorts of nastiness lurking there, that the reports make clear. I wager you've seen some things.
You'd win that wager handily. The worst of them has to be the sea monstrous called Scylla and a siren friends. They have this ridiculous act.
What, Scylla's still around? The sirens, no less? It's a wonder you made it back. Well, please tell me you didn't listen to a word they sang.
I was just thinking nothing clears the mind like a refreshing, burning hot soak. Care to accompany me?
Look, I do love a good hot bath, even whilst dead, and I'm not one to say no to goddesses, so... why not? My eyes are properly averted, goddess, that I swear.
Would mortals often bathe, Odysseus?
Well, most of them would bathe from time to time, though seldomly together like this. Men with women. It could be untoward.
I see. We gods have no such shame, I realize. Have I made you uncomfortable?
Me? No, goddess, of course not, no. In fact, I've bathed with goddesses before, it's been a little while.
Well, as long as it's agreeable for you.
It is. Agreeable, it is. Well, don't know about you, but I am properly relaxed, I'd say.
So Doom has come to stay with us a bit. My last and only other brush with him did not resolve particularly well, so I'll just keep my distance if that's quite all right.
All children of Nyx are welcome in these crossroads. Though I think Lord Moros wishes to keep his distance too.
So how has Nemesis been faring out there? Taking matters into her very capable hands. Not making too much grief for you, I hope.
So you know already. And Headmistress must too. Nemesis is being Nemesis. Discovering firsthand our task is not as simple as it seems.
Say no more then. Though if she becomes too intent on impeding your results over achieving her own, we'll step in.
With your Olympus-dwelling relatives assisting you, I've half a mind to ask you to let them know I'm on your side, except not all of them love me.
What? But you're the great tactician, Odysseus. Even the gods were impressed with your machinations in your glory days.
Lady Athena and others favored me, it's true, but your Uncle Poseidon, well, I got on his bad side, I believe. Maybe he's let it go after all this time, but that's a risk I'm not prepared to take. So keep quiet about me, would you?
Good, you're back. According to reports, Ares flew off toward the Rift of Thessaly on an intercept course with the fleet. Except I don't think that she's headed there to help. Not you, at least.
These reports aren't of much benefit to me after the fact. But at least I can confirm they're accurate. How preposterous that we cannot rid ourselves of her.
All we can do is work with what we've got. I apologize that we could not forewarn you on this one. We'll continue investigating her motives and accomplices. I once was desperate to hear the siren's song. I barely resisted their temptations. Of course, I was merely mortal. Perhaps you're less susceptible to their allure.
Perhaps. At any rate, I failed to see the appeal. Although, it's possible the sirens were better off without Scylla. She seems rather bossy.
She's a menace. Caught half a dozen of my crew like she'd a separate set of teeth for each of the poor lads. We'd little choice but to pray to the gods and sail on. Tell her hello for me.
Did the gods answer your call, at least?
I'm most grateful, Goddess, and expect to knock this back at the Taverna at the soonest opportunity.
No rush. Just as long as you enjoy it when that opportunity presents itself. You've known Headmistress quite a while, haven't you? Where did you meet? I always wanted to ask.
Well, all I can say is that I was alone. At the end of one life and the start of another. Lost. She appeared before me then in all her splendor, and she revealed to me a path I hadn't seen.
That all sounds very figurative. Were you already dead?
I was. She told me she could grant me a new life. She needed a tactician knowledgeable of the surface. I thought, who am I to turn a goddess down? I followed her. It's been a while now.
Your little garden there has cheered this old place up a bit, Goddess. In trying times, such simple pleasures often first to fade. Precisely when they're needed most.
Thank you, and pleased to hear it, great tactician. Though I'd not expected a mere flower patch to leave such an impression on someone like you.
Come now, all I do is pay attention to details. Victory comes to those whose hearts are predisposed. I mean, look at us. Our spirits are quite literally all we have. And now flowers. The good witch always figured you would make your way up to the mortal realm. Once you were ready and the situation called for it. Well done.
She warded the pathway there, until such time as I had the means to pass through. The climate on the surface is another matter.
Your underworld birthright stuff getting in the way? A curse, not just a blessing, it would seem. Well, if your witchery got you this far, surely it can aid with this predicament. How was the surface? Still warm and welcoming, I reckon? You're to be commended for even setting foot up there.
It was dreadful. The city of Ephyra is completely overrun, and there's a blind Cyclops making sure no one gets out.
Well, that all sounds entirely unfortunate. Blind Cyclops, huh? That must be Polyphemus. Given that scrape myself way back. He's still going on about eating people.
I must admit, on some occasion all the tales you told about the sea monster Charybdis felt almost beyond belief. Now having faced the blasted thing, I feel you sold it short.
What, faced Charybdis? Oh, Goddess, I'd seen reports about some sort of whirlpool in Poseidon's Rift, and now my fears confirmed. At least it didn't swallow you outright.
During a recent voyage, I found Circe the Enchantress on her little isle, evidently safe from all the turmoil at sea. Don't you two know each other fairly well?
In life and death, we can but strive to know each other well, Goddess. Though I knew Circe just a bit, at least. As casual acquaintances is all. Why do you ask?
Oh, just in case you wanted me to tell her anything when next we met, as she may be providing some assistance when I navigate the Rift of Thessaly.
No need to tell her anything. Best keep your focus on the task at hand.
Hey, thanks for watching. Just as a reminder, at the time of this recording, Hades 2 is still in early access. Please let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.